You've just discovered a new artist and you're not sure what to do next. In this video, we're going to go over 3 simple steps to really go from the point of discovery to making the powerful decision of whether to include them in your collection or not. This decision is going to also impact the market of that artist. So yes, it's a lot of weight, but just keep in mind that the work that you're doing is extremely important, and you need to know how to research an artist, how to look at their body of work over a period of time, and what that's going to do to the scholarship of future collections, and how that's going to affect the marketability of that artist in the future. So with that being said, my name is Scarlett Taylor Willisky. I'm an art advisor. I have worked in the private practice. I have worked within my own private practice for the last 10 years. And I have worked also within the private sector of the art world as an archivist, as an independent curator, as well as an assistant curator. So, and now as a art advisor. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So once you have decided that you like an artist, the first thing we're going to do is you're going to review their timeline. So what I like to do is go and do just a very generic Google search and pull every image that you can find for that artist, and you are going to make a timeline. So let's say from the beginning of their life to the end of their life, if it's a posthumous artist, or if that artist is still living, something more current. But you are going to pull about 10 to 20 artworks, depending on how active that artist is, okay? And you're going to put that work in a line. After you've done that, so I mean, you can do this any way you want. You can do this digitally, you can do this by hand. So if you do it digitally, I recommend going into Canva and just copying, pasting the images of the artwork into a file, and then you can just add the images there. You can also print out. You can do it analog style. You can print out these images and put them on a piece of cardboard and just move them around based on year. So once you've done that and you can see an idea of what their work looks like, the next thing we're going to do is decide what the train of thought is for that artist. Okay, what are they looking at in this 10-year period, in this 10-year period, in this 10-year period? What that does is it helps us to learn more about the artist's style, how they develop that style. And one of the things I think is really important is a lot of African American artists are not traditionally trained. So it is very likely that they are looking at the styles and genres of the previous 10 years to previous 20 or 30 years, and they are applying that mastery to their work. So for instance, one of the artists that I've been looking at recently, his name is Carol Sockwell. Carol Sockwell's work looks like it's all over the place, but it's not. He is just without a he's without a like formal like American artist to tutor him over a period of time. So he is looking at Arshile Gorky. He has studied and looked at the collections, the Phillips collection. And you can tell this by the blocks of time that in which he's studying. Earlier in his career, he was very interested in geometric abstraction. So you see that gestural abstraction, excuse me. And you can see that gestural abstraction and how he is very interested in Arshile Gorky's work. And if I put them next to each other here, you can see Arshile Gorky Carol Sockwell and do a unique parallel, and he's like, oh, I see that. So first point, doing that quick little research. Second point, you want to link those visual images to art historical references. You are referencing previous artists, previous genres, and you are seeing where this new artist to you fits. This is incredibly important for point number 3, because if you decide to move forward with this artwork and with this artist and making this part of your private collection, what's going to happen is a scholar one day is going to stumble upon your collection, and they're going to be amazed, and they're going to want to reference all of the work in your collection. But if your work is very one-dimensional, meaning if artists aren't referencing other artists, you're going to get a very one-dimensional kind of experience. If you have someone who's astronomically incredible, like they're an artist and an art historian like Glenn Ligon, then sure, okay, like you don't have to do the extra legwork because Glenn is going to do it for you. That's just who he is, and I admire him for it. He's very interesting to listen to. I love catching him on a podcast. But anyway, I digress. So those three points are incredibly important. You want to do your own research. You want to see where that artist references other art historical movements. And then you really want to connect with scholars so that they can write a catalog or a monograph, or you want critical engagement with your collections. So that is absolutely vital and important. And once you have that engagement with scholarship, then if you have a physical book about an artist, that is going to create a market for that artist. There will be no market for an artist without knowledge. There has to be a publication. There has to be a publication. I just want to say that one more time, just for emphasis. If there's no publication, then there's no market. So that being said, those are the 3 points I have to share with you today. If you are interested in further videos about this content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I make videos every Friday. Sometimes they come out on Sundays, but I make videos every Friday. So I look forward to spending time with you. Take a look in the comments below. Have you, have you ever fell in love with an artist and then found out that there's no book about them? There's nothing about them, or there's not much about them on the internet. You kind of have to crawl through, just to find out more. So let me know in the comments. Let me know the names of the artists who you have fallen in love with but haven't found much more information on or about them. Let me find out in the comments, and I look forward to further conversations with you in the future. Until next time, observe with intention and love your neighbor as yourself. Take care.